All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Coldcast presentations here. We got HoN Tour Live Diamond Cycle number 4 losers bracket matchup here for you. Right now, we do have Lions Esports up 1-0 over TT Esports. And I'm your casting host, Beef. Joining me, Bryce, aka Emperor of the Domain of Pain. Emp, it was a hell of a comeback in Game 1.
Yeah, really impressive play by Lion there. Specifically, I believe Hammerstorm was it, who was was Krebson playing the Hammerstorm in that
It was
game?
Super KGE.
Super KJE was. Yeah, he's the one who sort of manned up and did that initiation, and man, did it pay off.
It certainly did work out. I mean, those later game team fights, a lot of times they do often come down pretty much exclusively to initiation, and that's kind of what I talked about, was both the teams had their strengths. It was going to come down to the positioning and the initiation. White getting picked off a couple of times there really did cost the TTE's team pretty hard.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say it was his fault or anything, but I mean that is definitely, I believe, the catalyst for the game, ending at that point. So I don't know if he had vision or whatever it was, or got caught flat-footed, something like that. But either way.
Yep. Well, with that one, Lions takes the game, and we're going to be going into a new one right here, right now. Can TTEs take game number 2 and force number 3, or will Lions take the 2-0 sweep? We'll have to see. Let's get into this one, Emp. My band's going out. Parasite, Ophelia, Warbeast, and Wild Soul. So swapping up a Wild Soul for a Keeper of the Forest band. Interesting.
Yeah, right away I already feel like the locks sort of went in TTS's favor just a little bit here. They banned out the aggressive junglers of Parasite and Ophelia, and they're going to get a free keeper pick with no Wild Soul or any other, similar high tier hero in response. As long as I would still ban out the Moon Queen here. I feel like she's such an impact hero, but TTS might not be afraid of her. They might actually be looking to pick Moon Queen first, honestly. They're probably looking to pick Moon Queen first if she's not banned, so they're not going to ban her. So that's why they banned out. Okay, and Lion actually banned out Engineer, so if they get Moon Queen, they're not going to really get a power supporter in response. I like how the ban pick phase so far is going in favor of TTS, just slightly, in my opinion, for the kind of draft that I prefer anyway. So
Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit about the lock real quick. The
nice Moon
Artesia,
Queen ban.
the Artesia and the Gravekeeper right there. Artesia, definitely a hero that we just never see, but Gravekeeper, there's some very limited play of that hero in the competitive scene. Notably, Heimer of your team, Domain of Pain, and here on TTES, we do have Enzo that also plays a fantastic Gravekeeper.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying they're not really. They have some good options here. I'd probably say Lion is looking to either get Master and Tempest or Fade and Tempest out of this lock pool after the Keeper. Probably Fade and Tempest, honestly, would be a stronger pick unless they have something in mind with Master of Arms. So, and actually, White Talipa is the one that banned Master. So yeah, probably we're going to see Lion going for Fade Tempest here in response to the Keeper. Gravekeeper will probably be drafted then by TTES for their last lock pick, in my opinion.
All right, so as you'd mentioned, banning out some of the hard carries once again. Silhouette, Moon Queen, and Draconis all banned out. One of the stronger remaining carries, Wretched Hag, gets picked up here second.
Yes, indeed. I do love that the semi-carry in Wretched Hag. I feel like she goes toe-to-toe with a lot of those heavy late-game heroes simply because of that wonderful initiation and teamfight presence that she has. She doesn't quite beat them out in right-click damage, but she still seems to just bring enough to the table that doesn't even matter. I love that earlier aggression that Hag puts out. Very versatile for her team. So
Yeah, I definitely love watching that hero. The mobility in the early game allows her to be aggressive while maintaining her distance when she needs to. And you throw her in with a composition where she's able to get sufficient farm. And, I mean, she can snowball just like anybody else. I've seen Fabelli in particular. I've seen 2 games of him where he goes above 650 GPM on Hag. And she is, I mean, any hero that you put 650 gold per minute on, it gets ridiculously scary. But that was a beefy, stupid, scary Hag.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, they picked up a Luna real quick here. That's a good pick because Leon Black, signature hero. You got the Luna going on already. So I wonder what they're going to follow up here. The entire flavor of the lineup sort of gets set by these two. Ooh,
Whoa!
wow. Nice. Nice.
Damn!
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
man down.
Fuck. Oh, I'm
Man
sorry. I'm
down.
sorry about that. Fudge. Um, oh, I'm so sad. I know
Yeah, as
Hammer's a
well.
better pick. Don't, I'm not going to go on some tangent how I think Gladiator would be great for this game. But don't tell me you didn't want to see that.
I did. Man, like the last time I've seen Gladiator in competitive HoN might have actually been with a hammer when Negative Impulse ran that roaming hammer Gladiator strat like a year and a half ago at DreamHack.
Yeah.
And they actually
I
killed Online Kingdom with that. They knocked Online Kingdom out of the tournament in the BYOC or something with that strategy. Man, that was a ridiculous night.
I played against, I think it was Faiku or some other team like that recently, maybe about a few months ago, and they tried to run some sort of Tempest, Keeper, Gladiator, Flux, like giant AoE ulti combination on us as a desperation game too, but it just, too many ideal circumstances that didn't line up. But
So going
oh,
with the Torturer Hammerstorm there, they also pick up Keeper the Forest, and most likely going to finish it out with something here. Oh, okay, they do pick up Gravekeeper. I was hoping that scheduled match bug wouldn't screw them up. But yeah, they do go with Gravekeeper now for Enzo. On the other side, though, Lions, they went with Pharaoh, Fade, Glacius, and Wretched Hag. How do these teams stack up, Em?
I with the Hammer Storm there. See, the thing is, they have okay, Luna, Gravekeeper. I need to see how the lanes like necessarily. I want to see exactly how they're going to lane. I can already assume that it's going to be, Tempest Jungle, Hag easy lane, Pharaoh Suicide, Fade Glacius mid versus a Luna Gravekeeper. I kind of need to see how that mid lane plays out of a Luna Gravekeeper versus Fade Glacius. Um, Played well. I feel like a Luna Gravekeeper should have the advantage. Keeper is obviously, when you add him into any lineup, you instantly sort of put that lineup up a couple tiers because that hero just has so much influence. And he's pretty good against the Tempest, too. I honestly like both teams a lot. I kind of want to give the edge a little bit to Lions' team, though. It seems like it's a little bit more comfortable of a lineup for them. But they do have the signature Riser Keeper, so.
Yeah, they certainly do. So we'll see in just a moment here as we try to get back into this game. We're going to get back in momentarily. But so you said the middle lane, a Luna Gravekeeper, you would actually favor that over Glacius Fate.
Well, yeah, it's dual ranged. Gravekeeper, as long as they get lane control a little bit early, tons and tons of harass potential. Luna is a little bit stronger of a harasser than uh, Glacius as well. So if they get lane control or lane posturing, maybe control one of the runes, and no one really gets caught out of position by that Fade Glacius combo, and mind you, they're going to be at a range. So if they're going to do the Fade Glacius combo on one of them, if they're both sort of sitting back carefully or sort of at a max range, it's going to be pretty hard to maximize damage. Yeah, I do think Gravekeeper Luna should have a little bit of an edge there.
All right. I'm just worried about one of the Glacius or the Fade grabbing a rune, double damage, or an invis, and a haste.
And then just giving
something
one
like
of the
that.
two squishy heroes.
Yeah. They do
Yeah.
definitely have a lot of burst damage and a lot of lockdown potential between that Burning Shadows at level 3 and level 2 Ice Imprisonment, something like that.
I feel like a well-timed stun or something like that to maybe prevent the Fade call or a lot of auto attacks coming out, though, should be just fine for them. I mean, typically when you see a Gravekeeper, you want to run it against a melee hero. You sort of pick it in that dual mid or side lane to run against melee heroes like Pebbles, heroes like that he can just really get strong harass on and sort of annihilate, because he's really good at that corpse toss against those melee heroes. Really low mana cost, a pretty good stun for its worth, so.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
see.
we are back into this game, so going to get this one going once again and hopefully grab the correct Hammerstorm there. Emp, you have a Doombringer. What do you have a Doombringer for?
It's a custom account icon, man.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
It's
like
to strike fear into the hearts of my adversaries.
I thought it was like a forum Doombringer, which meant you had to win a major tournament.
No, second place, man. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. We already talked about it 2 days ago. Did you see that there's a forum or a forum post about us talking about changes?
No,
Like
I didn't see that.
evidently we leaked stuff when we were doing our Q&A the other day.
That might have been me, if anyone.
I don't think we leaked anything.
I don't think we did. If anyone leaked anything, it was probably me though, because I can talk. So
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I remember us discussing some changes, but whatever. What's done is done. We're going to go ahead and get on into this one. And they did not lock the same stuff. The Deadwood and the Electrician are in there. Not really relevant, though. And so, once again, going to be getting on into this. So, now hold the hell on. Where is Hammerstorm going to go if it's a Gravekeeper mid?
oh, that's right. They picked up Hammerstorm. It's going to be a Gravekeeper solo side lane, which I actually really really like. If he's going against a Suicide Pharaoh, Gravekeeper should crush that. So that's very cool. I don't know. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about the Hammerstorm because the Gladiator
So did I.
was sort of in the mix there, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I actually really like side lane Gravekeeper, and I don't see it enough. We don't run it often, even though I really, really like it, and I think that's awesome. I know Enzo sort of prefers it too, so
Yeah, I've definitely seen him do very well in the middle lane, specifically against Wretched Hag. I've actually seen Gravekeeper absolutely crush a Wretched Hag in a one-on-one mid. So going to be interested to see how Gravekeeper does against a Pharaoh.
he crushes melees, man. He's a melee crusher, so he
We'll
should do
see.
great. I need to be back in 20 seconds, Beef. I'm really sorry. About 20 seconds, it should be it.
No problem. So we're going to be going into this game then, as we do have the Lions team trying to figure out where they're going. In fact, it looks like it's going to be about 4 of them going bottom, while Flensmeister heads top. He is taking 1 ward with him. So also going to be going heavy regen here against a... Against a Keeper of the Forest. I wonder why he's taking this much regen. Normally you might see a Hag go relatively low regen and then cut for a bottle. But going to be going a slightly different build here. Whereas the rest of the TteS team now going to be making their way up into the top lane. And they definitely have level 1 kill potential. This Hag needs to be careful. Luna dropping the ward already. And the Axe Toss can actually cut that tree down so that it gets full vision over here. Might be waiting for the second one. But this ward does actually reveal where Wretched Hag is. And Emp, you back? Because
I am back, yep.
we need to cue the Jaws music here in a second. They are stalking this Wretched Hag hard. Oh! Good blink. Good blink. And Hammerstorm actually really low on mana now as a result of that. So, wait, hold on. What the hell? Emp, what the hell just happened to these lanes?
Keeper is solo bottom. Maybe they were expecting an aggressive tri-lane.
And they're running Hammerstorm Torturer top. Very interesting.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just didn't realize, like, my brain turned off or something, and there's no jungler. So they're not going to be running a solo side lane Gravekeeper. They're going to run the Aluna Gravekeeper, like you mentioned, and then White plan the Torturer.
Yeah, I don't even know what now. They don't have a jungler. What was I? Okay, so
I
we
don't
were
know.
sort of right. We said, yeah, okay.
I think that Gladiator pick
Gladiator
just blew our minds up.
Yeah, well, we didn't see like the totally posed lineup until the end there, and then.
Yeah, indeed. So it's going to be Fade versus Fade Glacius versus Aluna Gravekeeper in the end, and it's going to be Pharaoh versus the Keeper of the Forest.
Do just fine down here, as would Pharaoh. I'd expect them to see us kind of equally. Pharaoh has a really good animation, and the rockets help last hit. Keeper has the better damage and sustainability, but yeah, I'd expect it to be kind of equal down here.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of equal indeed. Now, I was questioning why Flensmeister was going to bring so much regen into lane with him when I thought that he was going up against a Suicide Keeper of the Forest. Now, it makes a lot more sense because chain reactions like that, you're going to be able to put out a lot of pressure. And if Hammerstorm had followed up with a hammer throw, then it could have been a lot worse. But in the end, gonna be okay. And Flensmeister already getting up to level 3. So getting very, very good experience right now. And the lane control going to come back into somewhat of his favor. In fact, very much in his favor, as that archer just gets blasted down. Oh, going to use the sonar scream, though, so going to push back a little bit. What do you think about using nukes to pick up kills here in, like, solo side lane scenarios?
I think it's good. It does push out the lane sometimes, but, I mean, you're really starved to farm. Otherwise, I think it's just fine to do. Otherwise, you sort of get totally sapped, and you're sitting on 0 CS instead of 3, eh? So, I think it's okay. Sometimes a little bit more composure pays off instead of getting greedy for those CS, but I think what he's doing is fine right now.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, Tempest over here. This time being played by Hanskin of Lions rather than White of TTEs. Trying to get some farming going on, but Tempest is going to do Tempest things, which is farm really, really well. But going to be harassed a little bit here as a couple of elemental replicates do go down.
Yeah, what's the cooldown now on him? He has 15 seconds, and he only has 1. He's not going to get too much done with that 1 elemental. Look at mid lane. Look at Gravekeeper, as we were talking about, crushing melees. 14 CS to Fade 4. Now 5.
Yeah, doing very well there. In fact, gonna take the Burning Shadows. There's the Ice Imprisonment, and all of a sudden, he's dead. Seal Kid grabs that one.
Dude, man, I feel like I just cursed Enzo right there.
Oh, poor Enzo. As in the top lane, Flensmeister does go down. I saw him kind of hovering really low on HP in like the 30% range. And it looks like a hammer toss and some auto attacks do finish him off. So a couple kills going out there. 1 in favor of the Lions team, 1 in favor of TTEs.
Down go when Enzo was getting jumped.
What about Enzo being jumped? Sorry.
Oh, during all that, the Luna. I feel like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where.
I mean, I think it was Enzo was a little bit too far up there for sure.
Oh,
on their hill, no creep. Yeah, but
Enzo on their hill with no creeps. Iluna's somewhere else. Team. Yeah, he was a little bit too far up. Did you know that Enzo is a Marvel vs. Capcom champion in some tournament?
Didn't know that. I thought I knew he played with a lot of the top tier Canada crew, but I didn't know he's actually a champion in some tourney out there.
Yeah, he won some tourney. Got some information
awesome.
about that. I have to take a look at that a little bit more thoroughly at some point, but all that being from the streets paying off in the FGC.
Yeah. Okay, in spite of the kill here, though, Gravekeeper still maintaining a GPM lead onto the Fade. Only by 40. That definitely helped Fade out a lot. She got a bottle of mana battery right away after that. Still, I think Gravekeeper will cover just fine. Once he hits level 5, that is a very scary spot to put the other heroes in. That's where I really think he takes off after he hits that level 5, gets the double corpse toss going on.
Oh yeah, the level 3 corpse toss is so brutal to deal with, and just that's 2 seconds of stun.
Yeah, and if you stagger it right, sometimes you can use it a little bit just after they get out of the stun, so they can't really cast anything because their cast animation gets interrupted. So you sort of get like 2.5 seconds of stun if you stagger it right.
It's almost like you're playing against a Monkey King.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I hate that hero. Oh, Burning Shadows goes out onto Gravekeeper here. There's the Ice Imprisonment. Tempest comes in with the Glacial Blast and the auto attack there from Seal Kid. He brings home his 2nd kill. And Enzo dropping once again.
Yeah, the Tempest factor for mid lane. I sort of forgot about that one, putting that into the equation. That definitely tips into Fade plus Glacius's favor. Because if he ever comes out, I mean, they pretty much have enough disable to throw out at any point that Tempest can just walk up from the front and stun like that.
Now, while that mid lane kill was going on, once again, seems like TTE says, okay, you guys can have Enzo, we're taking Flensmeister. And every time that he goes down in the middle lane, Hammer Stun comes out in top along with the chain reaction, and Flens takes the fall. So a little bit unfortunate there. He's down to 141 gold per minute, but still level 5. So going to be getting those levels for sure. And actually has pretty decent lane position here. Unless the Legion team's looking to dive pretty aggressively, he should actually be alright.
Yes. That trade-off, though, honestly, I'd rather see the. I think it's better for Lions to have the Hag die than for TTS.
Oh, Hammerstorm gets the stun on Tempest right there. Bat Blast going to connect on 2, though. Torture going to go down, and Hammerstorm going to be very, very soon to follow. Actually, the Impalement almost killing Wretched Hag. Gonna have to activate that potion, and Hammerstorm hits his mana battery. But the auto attacks here going to finish him off. Flensmeister grabs the double tap, and even though they were able to get the kill onto Tempest, very big pickup there for Lions.
That was a big misplay by Murray, was to not going for that Hag instead, because Hag had the Impalement going on, and I'm not sure if her Blink was down or not, but either way, Hag had the Impalement going on her, and that's a level 3 Impalement from Torture. One hit from that Hammerstorm, and, you know, Hag was pursuing him. If he turned around, he would have gotten that off very quick. I don't even think Hag would have blinked away in
middle
time.
lane. Ooh. Fake gonna open up with the Burning Shadows. Wanted to go in with the Cull, but thought better of it. Instead, going to fall back. Gonna hit the bottle here, then activate the Reflection. Now, he did not sip the bottle before going into Reflection. He actually does not have enough mana now for his combo. A little bit of a mistake there from Krebson.
Yeah, he can come out with the hit, stun, and bottle as the stun's going on, though, so maybe he'll get enough mana that way.
Yeah, but he might get attacked by creeps and get the bottle broken.
Yeah, true.
And, well, even going to break the Reflection now, as Glacius just picked up the haste. Big mistake there from Seal Kid. Yeah, there was no reason for that, right?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see any reason for that. It looked like it was just a misclick there. I think that Glacius was actually trying to... Ooh, Burning Shadows goes out there as well as the Thunder Blast. And Glacius winds up for an auto attack, but not going to do a whole lot. I think that he was actually trying to click the Courier that flew right by above it, like trying to auto attack the Courier.
I see.
Ended up picking up the haste as Impalement goes out, as well as the chain reaction. Fade going to take a lot of damage. There's the Burning Shadows. Glacial Blast going to go as well. Torture will go down, but so does Fade. Leon Black hits that power throw, and that was a decent...
Yeah, that's the power of Impalement, man. It's almost like guaranteed damage, you know? Even if you're in a tight situation, you just press it, there's like no cast time on it, and it just does work, even after death. So I really do like that stun Impalement build a lot of times over the chain reaction, and I think White played that excellently on top of Leon's power throw there. So
yeah, he certainly did. Now, who are we looking at here for the top farmers of the game? Overall, the farm in this game is not incredible, as Fade actually opens in the middle lane, going to use the Burning Shadows and the Cull, then just backs on up. But the farm is not like, you don't see anybody at like 350, 380 gold per minute. Top farm right now is Hammerstorm up in the top lane, who after that 1 death, but 3 kill involvement, he's sitting at just over 3 and a gold per minute. Bottom lane, though, Pharaoh's got to be in some trouble. There's the root. The Impalement goes off, gets the wall of mummies up. Chain reaction still connects, though, and auto attacks will finish him off. And with that Impalement still going, defensive tower going to take a lot of pressure as well.
Yep, and actually, look, Glacius is out farming the Fade in middle lane.
Well, that's...
By one. I shouldn't say out farming, because that's not really telling the story. If you look at their items...
Yeah, of course, Glacius picking up not only 2 kills, but 3 assists as well. Seal Kid on fire, despite picking up that haste rune accidentally.
Does Fade have a TP? Her TP is up. Are they going too far? I mean, not like... They're not really going to pose a response to it, are they?
Doesn't look like it. Fade not going to be coming over just yet. And
Pharaoh is there.
There's the Wrath of Pharaoh. Going to catch 2 in the wall of mummies right here. And Tempest comes in. There's the Elemental Void. Going to catch 2. Burning Shadows to call the Bat Blast and 2 go down.
Yeah, don't you think that was a little bit of a risk? Because Pharaoh was up. They had no Keeper ulti. He has long range initiate. We did mention Fade did have a TP on her. And while they weren't there right away, even look at last second right there. They didn't take much. I mean, it didn't seem like there was much to gain from staying there. Maybe back off, take the enemy ancients, and then leave. Go farm safely. You guys did a great job taking out that tower. Don't get greedy.
Yeah, definitely high risk, low reward. It's in the middle lane. Gravekeeper taking a lot of pressure here. Trying to turn it around. Will go down before he gets the kill on the Fade, and Torture wants to come in. Land that chain reaction. Not able to. Gonna go for the cutoff. Not able to get that either. And Enzo goes down in the middle lane. All of a sudden a 40-100 experience lead for the Lions squad.
Yeah, I think Fade, Fade used his reflection there to go invisible in between, because there was a point where Enzo, if he had vision, could have turned around and blown up that Fade, but I don't think he had vision. I think Fade did go invis for a moment there. Sort of juke him.
Yeah. And so back to that bottom though, yeah, it was risky for sure for the Legion side, and they got caught for it.
Yeah, I mean they evened out the game, and the thing is, yeah, it's risky. It's risky, and honestly, it's risky in the thing where it's like, if the enemy team is not good enough to respond, we will profit. But it's not like they had no opportunity to outplay them if they kept going, to make a big play there, and they dropped it. It was simply, if the enemy team doesn't respond, this will be okay. But Lions is a very experienced team. All these teams are, so why take that risk? Why not take the safe play? Go grab the Ancients, fall back, control resources as much as possible, and take that push when you actually have the resources to fight them, potentially. Because with the Keeper ulti down, there was no option they had. No way. No way.
Fade taking some damage here in the middle lane, turning it around. There's the Burning Shadows Cole. The Elemental minions coming out as well as the Glacial Blast, but he dodges the Glacial Blast. And now going to activate the Reflection. Ooh, getting really, really low. Needs to be careful. There's a Ward of Revelation. And the Hammer Storm stun. Great play there by Leon Black and Moravis.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Now, how's Fundsmeister's farm? Because he got smashed and everything. He's already back up to 250 now. Yeah, due in part to that bottom lane fight.
Very, very good players. Picking him up from pencils was really what, in my opinion, I mean, LG of the Lions team, fantastic player. He was playing their jungler, secondary support kind of thing. Great player. Flensmeister, though, has been an incredible carry player for them. Moving Super KGE into that initiator semi-carry position has really worked out.
Oh, goodbye, Hag. Goodbye, Hag.
She's in trouble.
Stick a fork in trouble.
There is the corpse toss. Gonna be able to get away from the corpse explosion. There's the root. Ooh, get the Bat Blast off. Gonna be able to at least pick up a couple kills on some animated trees or something, maybe? Yeah. Well, Fade gonna come in here. They're looking for another Elemental Void up in 12 seconds. Need to be able to get the kill on the Gravekeeper. He actually does break his invis. There's the Glacial Blast as well as the Burning Shadows. The Cole comes out and the Glacial Downpour. Seal Kid saying, you're not getting out of here.
Yeah, they just need to get out a little bit sooner there.
Speaking of getting out sooner, Pharaoh in some trouble. Impalement going off right now. There's the Wall of Mummies, and Pharaoh definitely going down.
Yep. Not to nitpick again, but I think they could have gotten that Hag kill a lot cleaner. We didn't see the what is it called, Zombie Apocalypse from the Gravekeeper come out until sort of halfway after the. They're going
Burning Shadows in mid lane. There's the Hammer Stun coming in for 2, though. They're going to try to turn it around on to Hag. The Corpse Explosion comes out. Glacius goes down. Hammer Storm hitting real damn hard. And Fade hits the Reflection. Just going to back off for now. Getting some of that clear vision. And where is she going?
Yeah, great setup and bait there from Enzo and Moravis. There was 3 heroes trying to set that up, and just 2 of them just turned it around and smashed them. Almost took 2 heroes down in response, so wonderful play.
Yeah, very, very good indeed. And with that good pickup there on Glacius, able to get the kill on mid tower. It was Glacius' second death, both at the hands of Hammerstorm, as he had gotten snagged out in the top lane trying to go for a haste rune. Portal Key Hammerstorm with a hammer throw, though, and bye-bye, Seal Kid.
Yeah. I was going to say, Enzo actually could have activated, just real quick, that Zombie Apocalypse sooner, allow those zombies to do more damage during the Corpse Toss stuns. It sort of didn't see the Zombie Apocalypse come out until maybe half of the way through the first Corpse Toss stun, so just lost a lot of damage time there, I think. But they still got the kill, just that response from Lion coming in. He's actually still sitting on 260 GPM, 1-4-0, but I don't think that really tells the impact Gravekeeper has had on this game in the lane and applying pressure in some of these fights. Yeah, 1-4-0, but still at 260 GPM. Fade, meanwhile, 3-2-4, sitting at 210. So a lot of lane control coming out there at the very least.
Yeah, Krebson is really... he's been involved with a lot of these fights, but like you said, it's almost an inverse story between the two. Lots of kill involvement from the Fade, but very, very low on CS. Whereas Gravekeeper did very well on CS, and his team has made sure to actually push quite a bit, so he's actually doing better. But speaking of pushing, no towers down from Lions yet. 16 minutes into the game, they're actually all in the green.
Ooh, look at
And
Gravekeeper here for Glacius.
oh yeah, there's the zombie apocalypse, and Glacius will go down. The sonar scream not fast enough to deal with those zombies, and the corpse explosion just boom. See ya.
Goodbye. Okay, so yeah, Enso here, 263. What's his portal key progress? Oh, he's actually going for tablet before portal key. Maybe he actually might still go portal key. Sometimes he does it where he was getting a little bit beat up on early, sort of wants the extra stats and survivability from it. And they have a Pharaoh actually, so tablet probably would be the better route. I was gonna say he could have just went for it later, but yeah, he's probably going that tablet now that I think about it.
Alright. So right now, 17 minutes into the game, TT Esports up 4,000 gold, down 1,000 experience, but significantly better than they were looking maybe 4 minutes ago when they were down 4,000 or 5,000 experience. A lot of that coming down to Moravis on this Hammerstorm, making some big plays, using that early portal key, and, well, farming very, very well. 401 gold per minute. He did just, in fact, pick up a Mighty Blade and a Warhammer. Only about 1,200 gold now from finishing up that Shrunken Head.
Yeah, I must say I'm really impressed with how well Moravis plus White did on the top lane. It wasn't just that the Hammerstorm was free farming. They actually managed to pick up a couple kills onto that Wretched Hag, which, you know, it's kind of hard versus a mobile hero like that. And Hammerstorm stun does have travel time. It's pretty tricky, so I think they did a fantastic job controlling that lane.
The way that they actually set it up, I was able to watch like the 1.5 of the kills, saw one completely, and then saw the other where the position happened in the same location actually. Hammerstorm would hide in the trees, and then Torture would provide vision of the Hag, just kind of poking up. I don't know, you can't see it on your screen, but poking up to get vision of Hag where she was hiding in the trees. And Hammer would then just hammer toss over the trees to get the kill without Hag seeing the hammer coming. And it was just really, really well positioned because, like you said, the travel time normally allows Hag to blink. Do it from the fog, remedies the situation.
Yeah, for sure. So I got to give them props there. That's setting a lot of the pace of this game right here.
Yeah, it certainly is. But as soon as that Shrunken Head comes out, Hammerstorm is just going to be a beast in these team fights as he does TP to mid lane once again. Looks like he wants to go for a kill on Fade, something like that, but not quite able to. In fact, there's the long range hammer throw. Red Power Snipe comes in as well from Leon Black. He is so good at hitting those.
Oh, he is. I mean, that is his signature hero, I think. When I think of Leon Black, I think of Luna. So.
When I think of Emperor, I think of Cthulhu Fent.
Not Electrician, not Warbeast? Hey, come on, there's options.
Definitely not Warbeast.
Not Warbeast?
Not Warbeast. Electrician, maybe. I haven't seen you play Electrician in so long, though.
I know.
It's been like a
surprised
year
you said not Warbeast. That was probably.
But I wasn't watching HoN when you were with TTEs. Like, right? That's when you were using Warbeast?
Yeah, and coming back to the scene when I finally came back in the recent cycle, I was doing Warbeast a lot. But it's alright, here we go. Luna top lane, Fade. Jumping in.
Yep. And signature hero or not, can't pull out miracles right there. Leon Black does go down. Yeah, it's always interesting to think about people's signature heroes, because everybody's got one.
That's true.
But they change over time.
Yeah, sometimes these people just like pick up a new thing that they just like and they spam, you know, it's
Oh, Root coming in here in the bottom lane. Corpse Toss going to try to stun out Hag. There's the zombie apocalypse. Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, I guess Hag does go down, but her corpse blinked.
Yep.
So, okay, well, see ya, Funsmeister. Trading 1 for 1, but definitely going to the advantage of the TT Esports squad as they're able to pick up the kill onto the carry, whereas the support going down for Lions. But the tower goes down as well for Lions, so able to even up that gold a little bit.
And Fade says hello to the portal key right now, 2180, and she's going to the side shop to pick that up.
Yeah, with that portal key, going to be able to get some really good initiations. Problem, though, on the other side, Hammerstone just finished up his Shrunken Head.
Yeah, that is huge. That is definitely huge. Trying to think. Oh, White actually opting. You don't see it a lot, but sometimes you do see this. Like, he actually opted to get Torment this game instead of maxing out Agonizing Bonds first. So just going straight for sort of max damage there.
Yeah, very interesting. That's more of a, I'm gonna die in the middle of this team fight. I'm gonna try to put out as much damage as I possibly can.
Yeah, kamikaze bomb.
Yeah. And so that can work out. Kamikaze bomb. That's a funny way of putting it. Oh man, Hanskin, he picks up an Astrolabe now on Tempest. Yeah. I believe he's had it for a while. I think he just picked up the portal key though. Like I was looking at his inventory and I'm pretty sure I didn't see that like a few seconds ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are right.
So with that portal key, going to be able to get off some big initiation. But portal key has already been completed on Riser for quite some time. He's going to be able to get the interruptions off. And Riser actually just walking right through a tree path there. Going to continue to do some farming. If we take a look at that GPM tab, Riser actually very, very close to overtaking Hammerstorm for the top farm spot in this game.
Teammate, yeah.
Which is kind
That's
of
always
absurd.
a good predicament, right? When you're...
Well,
the two top farms in the game are...
Riser just farms so damn well on Keeper of the Forest. Like, he is such a good Keeper player.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like, what would Riser's signature hero be? Keeper or Bubbles?
I'd give it to Keeper.
Yeah?
Probably. Yeah, or before that, Kraken.
Kraken?
But yeah, we used to call him the Kraken specialist back in the day.
Interesting. I don't remember that. See, I'd
I
say
feel like there was this
Bubbles.
like period of time where you went missing or something.
There was.
I don't. Yeah.
Like, I don't know when it was. From like November of last year until like May of this year, I think. I just like did not watch any
so
HoN.
much good HoN going on at that point in time too. That was like the entire tank meta game.
Yeah, exactly. That was the tank meta game, and it was awful.
Oh,
Bat Blast coming in right here on the Risers. They do catch out Keeper of the Forest. Very nice kill. Oh, nice disjoint on that Hammerstun. And Hammerstorm might be in a little bit of trouble. No, Tempest the one that's in trouble. There's the chain reaction. The auto attack as Hanskin does go down. So both teams losing the jungler. Ooh, that was.
Did you see that? Right before he died, he bought his Mighty Blade.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't actually lose too much gold on that death there. Hanskin, he had 1,050 or something, bought the Mighty Blade, and he was fine.
Not bad.
So
not bad.
Nice. It was about maybe a millisecond before he died, too. Great last-second purchase.
All right. Oh, Hammerstorm going on Fade right here. There's the Emerald Lightning coming out. And down goes Moravis. So, welp. Couple of big player losses there from the Lions squad.
Yeah, they definitely made up for the keeper pickoff, I would say.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Looked like a wonderful, wonderful pickoff from Lion. I really loved that aggression. Now they have Hag ulti down. They got 2 heroes killed in response, so TteS making up just fine.
Yeah, they're going to be all right.
What was Fade doing in the river? Was he going for a rune before? I mean, it's 50 seconds in now. The rune had to have been gone by then, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know what Fade was doing right there, but all I know is she got picked off just walking by that Ward of Sight and the Ward of Revelation.
Yeah.
Did you see what Riser just bought?
I did miss it. I heard the sound. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Flying on the courier. It is a... He's going Mach.
He's going Mach.
He's going Mach.
The old school Keeper of the Forest build from actually before he was turned into a pushing machine.
Yeah.
And this is going to be very, very strong. Going to be able to deactivate portal keys on both Fade and Tempest, as well as just putting out lots and lots of damage in the middle of these team fights. And Hammerstorm actually going for the Abyssal Skull route rather than going for a Soul's Bulwark next.
Yeah, or even occasionally you see the Elder Parasite too, after the Shrunken Head's completed. Yeah, neither of those routes, straight Abyssal, and I guess with Riser as the other melee carry, that's pretty effective. I feel like Abyssal's an underrated item. I mean, people get it a lot more now than they used to. For a while, no one ever picked it up. I thought it was a great item, and now at least people give it a little bit more love.
Yeah, the 15% base damage. I mean, it's not huge, but, you know, adding 20 damage to a hero, something like that, not bad. That's an aura. You got your mana regen, you got your armor. The armor is actually really nice on it. What is it? A total of 5 armor. Like, that's not bad. That's the same as...
Positive Bulwark.
Yeah, same. Well, it's more than a defensive Bulwark, because Bulwark got nerfed. What is Demonic? Is that a...
+5.
Yeah. So it's the same as a Demonic.
And it sacks with it.
And it sacks with it. So a very nice item, and of course that melee life leech.
It's pretty much the best Kongor item out there right now, too. Since negative armor is no longer played to Kongor, I think Abyssal Skull took over as the new Kongor item.
And I mean, it's not expensive at all. It's 2,000 gold.
A lot of times you have a ring of the teacher already. And you know the other thing nice thing about Abyssal on Hammerstorm is it synergizes so nicely with his Galvanize. You proc that Galvanize and you're looking at plus 14 armor on all your allies near you for about, it's 6 seconds, I think. So it's pretty good.
It's not bad at all. Pick up that demonic as well, and you're just a walk-in armor factory.
Mm-hmm.
An armory, even.
An armory. Ooh. And he actually has his cleave maxed out. I like seeing that. I like seeing that. I don't like seeing that skill go unleveled too much. You can do so much damage in a team fight sometimes. You get those two-person stuns. Start, backing out the brute strength ulti.
I saw ultimate come in, Tempest Keeper ultimate with a double damage fed Hammerstorm.
Yeah.
And B-Kid just cleaved down the entire team in like 3 or 4 hits. It was kind of dumb. It reminded me of No Tide Hunter, where Loda was playing the Sven a few months back, and just one-shot like the entire team with a cleave on on Sven.
That during the DreamHack tourney, you're thinking?
Yeah, like 3 months ago at DreamHack Winter. Against EG.
Yes, yes. And EG was using Sven a lot that tourney too. Everyone was, because he had just recently got buffed and people had not learned how to fight against him quite yet.
Gravekeeper trying to go in right there. Ends up going up a cliff. Needs to be careful. There's the Wrath of Pharaoh. White going to be pushed away. Gravekeeper not going to be so lucky for now. It does go down, so Lions capitalizing on that overplay.
Yeah, he pushed Torture away, but at the cost of his own life.
Well, I think Torture pushed himself.
Oh, Torture pushed himself. Where did Enzo's tablet get used? Aggressively, or
I think it got used. I think he got. I think he got Hellflowered as soon as Hack came in.
Okay. Okay.
I think. Not entirely positive, but there's some tablets for sure.
Yes. Yes. Meanwhile, he does have that mock finished on Keeper. He is going to keep power farming, be another late game anchor here for the Legion team. 2 heroes they have to deal with. Thankfully, melee heroes are a little bit easier to deal with usually than the ranged counterparts, but still. And they do kind of have tools to deal with. They have Pharaoh, they have Tempest, which are pretty good against melees, but Tempest doesn't really matter because they have the Keeper ulti. So.
Yeah, until it comes down to the refreshers.
Yeah.
And then they get to have some fun. So, Hammerstorm, he just bought something. Let's check the courier. And Soul's Bulwark coming out. So, yeah, going to be going that offensive Souls into Demonic route now. And he is just farming away. Mareva's doing very well. And why has Hammerstorm come back into this meta so hard in the past 2 months or so that he's all of a sudden become a top-tier melee strength hero pick?
I don't know. First off, I think people aren't used to dealing with Hammerstorm again and kiting him out properly in fights. But right now, you're seeing a lot of heroes like Keeper, Tempest, a lot of mid-game heavy push, aggressive lineups. Hammerstorm provides that aggression, fills the role of a pseudo late-game carry, provides an excellent dual mid hero. Not that he went mid this game, his laning presence, honestly. Right now, Wayne, you're seeing a lot of junglers, things like that, and his laning presence is just so great. When you're looking at like the NG lanes in mid, Hammerstorm is one of the best partners for it. And he's also tanky enough to survive with the Galvanize to get away a lot of initiations from the enemy team, so I think this is a mix of all those factors.
Yeah, and something that we've definitely seen since his return is people no longer go just straight stats on him. Before it was just Q, stats, ult, like 1 point in Galvanize. People have definitely started to appreciate the power of Galvanize, and as he's being played in these semi-carry to full carry roles on occasion, people have definitely been leveling up the Mighty Swing, like you said. It's nice to see the cleave effect on that, very good for farming and for big team fights.
Yep. I definitely approve. I never like to see that skill go on levels. I mean, he can just farm so much better, clear out ancient stacks quicker, flash farm enemy jungle, push out lanes. This is nice to have.
Oh, TteS is in trouble. See a Sail Kid.
Yeah, and so getting some revenge there.
Double damage fade in Reflection right now. Unfortunately, the Reflection's actually going to wear off. Not going to be able to bring home any kills. And Glacia's down for 25 seconds. This might have been a pick that TteS was looking for. Actually going to initiate. There's the Wrath of Pharaoh. Hammerstorm stun still not going off. Hammerstorm going to go down. A beautiful initiation right there. And the Wall of Mummies actually protecting Pharaoh for now. The Keeper of the Forest comes in with a two-man root. Pharaoh still taking a lot of damage, and Hag, well, going to be in there trying to get the kill onto Gravekeeper. Will be able to get the kill onto Gravekeeper. And somehow Lions taking a gigantic team fight. Going to be able to bring down Torture as well. Both Fade and the Tempest were able to get away, and the Pharaoh. A huge fight there for Lions.
Yeah, the thing is, Moravis jumped into them and got Hellflower, because Hag probably had the Hellflower clicked onto the Hammer already, so when Hammer blinked in there, Hellflower was pretty much instantly proc. He never got his Shrunken Head off.
Well, yeah, he blinked in, but he actually got hit by the Wrath of Pharaoh in mid-portal key. So
yeah, that's an example where him hitting his Shrunken Head before blinking right there would have had huge payout, but...
Yes.
And then I feel like they split targets. Some of them tried to kill the Fade, some of them tried to kill the Pharaoh, and in the end they killed nothing because of it. And
well, the Wall of Mummies there by Super KGE did so much work. Between the zombie apocalypse, all those zombies that were filtering around the backside of that wall, the Legion team couldn't get anywhere near the Fade and the Pharaoh. Like, there was like 5 seconds of just completely blocked because of that Wall of Mummies. And it did so well. But now, going to be looking like Lion wants to go for a Kongor here. Legion team already back up. Kongor not dropping fast enough. And Legion team, if they blitz over there, doesn't look like they're going to, though, as the Legion team either unaware or unwilling to try to contest this. I have to say, they're most likely unaware.
Right, and well, their Keeper ulti was down until the second now, too. Now it's up, but... Are they going to try? Oh, nice!
Oh, they're going in.
Glacius.
Yeah, they catch Glacius right there, but the Zombie Apocalypse already being used. White can activate the Shrunken Head and gonna try to go in for an ultimate.
Look at that.
Does grab 2 on the ultimate right here. Where's
Ailment.
Keeper? Keeper is not even remotely there. There's the Root gonna be going out, and Hag gonna be coming back up with the Token of Life. Pharaoh and Tempest both go down, and Hag has to blink on out of there. Gonna get spotted out with the power throw, though, and all of a sudden a genocide in favor of TteS. And that was a team fight they were happy with.
Did you see that? I got really excited about it when you were announcing that, but the impalement from White to leave, that skill once again doing work. He got caught by the Elemental Void, but there were pretty much no other targets around besides the Tempest, and the impalement just did work and prevented a lot of potential devastation coming out of that Elemental Void.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. Now, where was Ryan? Oh, Flensmaster buying back here, and the Elemental Void even being used from Glacius. Hammerstrom wants to go in, and, well, looks like Enzo's going to be the one that goes in. Moravis cleans up with the last hit, and Flensmeister backs off. Gonna have to wait for his team. Needs about 10 seconds here to get his team back up. And Lions backs up. Were you saying they need to get out?
Yeah, I was saying that TteS needs to get out, because I think there's been a couple of times in the series now where they just overstay their welcome. And thankfully, this was not one of them.
Yeah, not one of them indeed. And, well, welcome to all of our new viewers. HoNcast sending us over after, well, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Seems like Complexity did take the series 2-0 over QSCOD. So my predictions so far for this weekend are coming out so far.
Oh, you said this would be Complexity's weekend to come back and win it, right?
I did not, actually.
Oh, well,
not
someone said that somewhere at some point.
Milkfat did.
Milkfat did. Milkfat made that. Yeah, he did make that bold decision. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
But I said that Complexity is going to take the win over QSQ. I said Lions is going to take the win over TteS. And then I said that with Les QQ on the team instead of Riser, that I think that because they haven't been practicing with Les QQ all week, they've been practicing with Riser, I think Lions might take the series over Complexity, and if Lions takes the series over Complexity, Lions goes to the grand finals.
Yes, indeed. I could see it. I could see it. Now, what about this game right here while we're making predictions? I mean, it's looking pretty strong for TteS now.
TteS is looking really good. I think they've got.
Do you think they're going to lose this game too still? Or do you still have your money in on Lion? Like, because game one, I mean, I thought TteS had it too.
I've still got my money on Lions for the series, but for this specific game, I think TteS has got it. I think we're going to be going to a game 3. But let's review where we are. 36 minutes in, 6,000 gold, and 2,000 experience advantage for the Legion team. Riser, of course, sitting pretty at 433 gold per minute. He's actually gone Shrunken Head in addition to that Mock of Brilliance and his portal key on Keep of the Forest, whereas Moravis has finished up that Demonic Breastplate in addition to his portal key, Shrunken Head, and Abyssal Skull. And Fade actually dodging the Zombie Apocalypse might reopen here on Gravekeeper if he can get his team over. And yeah, here comes the Reflection. Burning Shadows. Wrath of the Pharaoh going to be coming in. White looking to block this. There's the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Oh, not a good enough jump though. Gravekeeper goes down. They're going to catch White 2-for-1 special at TteS Mark.
He knew the Fade was on him there, right? With the
oh, he had to have.
Yeah, could have. Yeah, not much he could have done it though. Ooh. Lion may be fronting another comeback here. We see no buyback on either Torture or Gravekeeper. Full brute force push coming out here by Lion. They can probably break the base. I mean,
yeah.
Although they don't know if they're they don't know if they buy back.
Elemental Void. Two TPs gonna be coming in right here, and there's the stuns. The Bat Blast going off. Root gonna be used. Luna goes down first, and Keeper of the Forest gonna TP away for now. There's the auto attacks. The Wrath of the Pharaoh comes in. Keeper still trying to make it mad dash. There's the block being phased by the phase boots though, and now he's in Viz. Dust goes off. Keeper of the Forest gets hit by the Glacial Blast and the auto attacks here.
Hammerstorm top lane pushing in.
Yeah.
With his demonic, with his ulti activated.
Oh man, that tower is going down. But Hammerstorm TPing away just in time. Moravis, great use of his time. But in the end, Lions all of a sudden takes back the experience lead, evens up that gold lead a little bit. Weren't able to push the mid though, so a great response by TteS.
Yeah. The top tower once again, pretty much dead. Not quite, but pretty much dead. Pretty well played there. I think Moravis could have stayed a little bit longer, but he definitely did the right thing in playing it safe. If he got picked off there, I would have been very, very upset. So I'm glad he backed off. Ooh, Fade catching out Hammerstorm. Pharaoh, is he in range? Who's in range here to follow up?
Oh, Hag gets the Hellflower off onto him. Gonna want to put the Haunt up in just a second here. And there it is, but turns it around. There's the Shrunken Head, gets the hammer throw onto Glacius. White comes in, gets hit. Wrath of the Pharaoh comes in. Torture goes down, and Hammerstorm's still in a lot of trouble right here. Shrunken Head activated on Tempest, and down goes Hammerstorm. TteS, what are you doing?
Moravis got greedy for that Indus, stayed a little bit too late, and ooh.
There's the Burning Shadows, the buyback
There's Gravekeeper.
Hammerstorm. There's the Zombie Apocalypse. 7. But you guys beat them 2-1 against the same roster, including Les QQ last weekend. How are you feeling going into the next one?
We're feeling very confident, obviously, since we beat them last time, and we really feel like we play them a lot, so we know what they like to run and how they play the game. So I think we have a good opportunity to get him and place the highest cycle we've done so far.
Well, this will already be your highest placement, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because you're guaranteed 4th place now.
Yeah. We got like 5th to 6th place, 2 cycles, and 1 8 to 12th.
Well, I don't know if you watched it, but yesterday I actually gave you the beef seal of approval on the HoNcast podcast. And I said Lions is going to the grand finals.
Wow. Let's hope we can achieve that goal.
Well, we'll see. I'm torn in the next game. You know, I got to root for my boys over at Complexity, but I mean, Hanskin, you know that you guys are one of my favorite teams out there. I love you guys as players, even hanging out with you guys after games and stuff. So yeah. Congratulations on this win, and any shout-outs before we let you go and get prepared for the next match?
Shout out to Lions and Papa Björn and my team, obviously.
All right.
And shout out to you guys as well.
Well, I tell you, we were happy to cast that one. Any final words here, Amp?
Nope. Wraps up. Let's get moving on.
All right. Hanskin, good luck. We'll catch you later. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yep, best wishes.
All right. Well, Amp, that is going to do it for the first series of the day. We're going to be moving on to, I believe, cast Complexity versus Lions. That's going to be coming up here. Match is scheduled to start in about 20 minutes. So
20 minutes. All right, so 20-minute break.
20 minutes. Could be as early as 20 minutes. Could be as late as 50 minutes because you do get that extra 30-minute grace period. But, well, we'll keep you updated. But, Amp, you're going to be able to stick around and cast the second series?
Yeah, I'll be back within 20, Beef, for sure.
All right, Amp, any shout-outs before we go to a break then?
None. Let's just get this going.
All right. Amp, we'll catch you on the other side.
For sure.
All right, guys, this has been Complexity Casting with Beef and Emperor of Domain of Pain, bringing you an awesome series here between Lions Esports and TT Esports. Fantastic, fantastic. We'll be back in, well, probably around a half an hour with the next series. Complexity taking on Lions. One of those two teams can be advancing to the losers finals. The other one goes home with 4th place. And we'll find out right here. Huge shout out to S2 Games for allowing us to be here, casting Heroes of Newerth. And of course, to their support in HoN Tour, all the HoN Tour admin staff from the top on down with Milk Fat. You got Chuck64, Mr. Old Shadow, Inkland, Roland, and Snoopy for keeping things running nice and smooth. And of course, to Complexity Gaming. Without their support, we would not be here, able to provide you all this HoN action 6 days a week. Check them out over at ComplexityGaming.com. And of course, support the sponsors whenever you can. Sound Blaster, Origin, QPad, PNY, Twitch, and G8 Brand. Guys, big shout out to you. Every one of you out there watching and following right now. Thank you for being here. You guys are the reason that we do this, making sure that you guys get all the awesome HoN Tour, Sound Blaster Heroes League, Scrimcast, whatever we are doing, we do it for you guys. So thank you for being here. We'll be back in about half an hour with the next series. Don't go anywhere. Colecast will return.